Hi everyone. Today is May Day or the International Workers' Day. That is the day that all over the world we mark, remember, and celebrate workers' movements. Now, in view of the widespread disruptions that COVID 19 has brought, and in fact, recently Mr. Narayanamurthy went on record saying that for the next 2 or 3 years, Indians will need to work up to 72 hours a week to save the economy. I think, becomes particularly important to understand the history of workers' movements and the present and the future of the structure of work today. So, with a view to that, I want to suggest four readings from India and across the world. The first is an editorial in today's Indian Express by Nikhil Dey and Aruna Roy called The New Deal That India Needs. Nikhil Dey and Aruna Roy are two of the founders of the Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan, the MKSS, which has been one of the foremost labor rights organizations in India for the last 3 decades. You may know of them because of their work in bringing the RTI into force. In fact, they were founded on May Day 30 years ago. The second reading is Anand Teltumde's introduction to a book called India and Communism, which was an unfinished work of B.R. Ambedkar. He couldn't finish it because he died. And in this introduction, Mr. Teltumde really teases out the link between Ambedkar's thought and the wider currents on the Indian left. And of course, Ambedkar himself was a prominent advocate for workers' rights and was instrumental in getting the 8-hour working day in India. Teltumde is presently, of course, in jail, a prisoner of conscience, and so I think it's particularly appropriate that we read him this May Day. The third reading, and this is of interest to lawyers specifically, is a book called Which Side Are You On by Thomas Geoghegan. It's a haunting and a moving recollection of the history of the working class movements in the US, from minor strikes to strikes in the 1970s, the relationship between the unions and the workers, and so on. The title of the book is actually borrowed from a very famous song called Which Side Are You On, which was written in the aftermath of minor strikes in Harlan County in the US in the 1930s. The last reading is a graphic novel. It's called Red Rosa by Kate Evans, and it is a biography of the life of Rosa Luxemburg, a very, very famous revolutionary thinker of the early 20th century who wrote primarily and acted in Germany. So I think these four sets of readings, these four works, are particularly interesting to read in the light of May Day, in the light of all that's happening around us, the changes we are seeing, and the possible further immiseration of the working class in light of COVID-19. So enjoy.